Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. I want to do a video today talking about something that's been on my mind lately, which is cryptocurrency and making a case for Bitcoin as digital gold. I know you've heard it before. Bitcoin is digital gold, Litecoin is digital silver, but I feel like even after all of 27 with the bull run and the excitement and the education and the growth of the system in terms of Lightning Network and SegWit, and we're a year deeper into this technology being more and more known and clear in terms of its capabilities, the security, fungibility, portability. Bitcoin is in sorry, in every way a very functional money, and I feel there's only 50 million addresses, Bitcoin wallet addresses. So I can tell from that data that almost nobody in the world, from there's 7 billion people in the world and there's 50 million addresses. So Bitcoin is not at all mainstream. And so I feel like I continue, despite the last year's run and the excitement around Bitcoin and the technological evolution that 2017 and 2018 have been bringing. I continue to hear what I think are silly arguments around Bitcoin not being an interesting investment opportunity, an amazing revolutionary technology. That's two separate points, and I'll try and touch on both. So how is Bitcoin a revolutionary technology, and what do I think people are missing? Well, here's the thing. You got Peter Schiff, who's like a notorious anti-Bitcoin, outspoken, gold bug, talking about the end of the financial era and the US dollar is going to collapse, and get out now, buy gold, silver, which is, of course, in my mind, great advice. But in the same breath, he'll say to you, he says to everybody, Bitcoin's garbage and it's a ponzi and it's going to zero. And I feel somebody of his intelligence must, and I wonder if this is true for the general world population, because I feel like most people are smart enough to recognize that is a ridiculous statement. So are they trying to be misleading? That's my question. I lean towards yes, because Schiff is a very intelligent man, and he's seen a lot of things coming. Like before 2008, he saw that issue in advance, and he's describing he expects hyperinflation to be coming to America soon, and I think he's probably right on that as well. So what doesn't he get, or am I wrong, is a question that I constantly struggle with. And of course, I don't think I'm wrong. I'm invested in cryptocurrency. I hold Bitcoin, I hold Litecoin, XRP, Steam, and a couple other small holdings in altcoins that are pretty much relatively negligible component of my portfolio. So is he wrong, or am I wrong? Is it an interesting revolutionary technology? Yeah, it is. It's not. It couldn't. You can send money anywhere in the world for almost no cost, within 10 minutes to, if the network gets backed up, an hour. That's amazing, and it's completely different than the existing system. And so how is that not mind-blowing? It should be mind-blowing. It's literally as breathtaking as a telephone and being able to send a verbal message across the planet in a heartbeat. It's the same thing, only instead of sending ideas through the form of verbal languages, you're sending money, which is its own language. And so it is revolutionary. And so it is revolutionary is the first point. And then second, it is money, because again, it's fungible, portable, divisible, and difficult to counterfeit. And then add to that, it's got some degree of wide-scale adoption. Like I said, 50 million people are using it. And to say, and when you using it is maybe a bit of a a question mark, because what are they doing with it? Are they holding it? Are they spending it? Most of them are holding it and just holding it. But that is a form of use. Just like when you buy gold bars and you stack silver coins, you are using it. You're using it as a storage of wealth. And now you want to. So I feel like you can come at my argument and push back and say it's a bad store of wealth. But I would contest even that. And Schiff does that. Peter Schiff will say it's going to zero. It's a Ponzi, it's going to zero, which is the last thing I want to rebut of his, because I think that is the most ludicrous assertion of all. And that's where I begin to think he's too smart to actually believe that. He must be weaving a tale to just spark fear in the community, the cryptocurrency community. Because to suggest that cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, which has 50 million address holders, meaning 50 million users from my definition of people that are either spending it or holding it, those are all users. And then for it to go to zero, you literally have to have every person abandon its use, abandon it as a storage of value, abandon it as a means of payment. There are vendors around the world that are utilizing it and implementing it now. You can buy gold online through silvergoldbull.ca. Again, I'm not affiliated with them. I keep mentioning them because that's where I buy my silver. But you can buy crypto. You can buy things with cryptocurrency. You can hold it as a storage of value. It is absolutely insane and completely wrong to suggest it's going to zero. Because again, going to zero means all users abandon its interest in it. All miners abandon interest in it. Think of the major mining companies around the world that have spent, I would think, billions, probably at least hundreds of millions on mining equipment, infrastructure, employees. That's an industry that's not just going to dry up and disappear. Those are users. Those are people built into the system. Then you've got like Bakkt. You telling me Intercontinental Exchange, the people who are behind the New York Stock Exchange who are creating Bakkt are getting on board a sinking ship? Are you telling me that they believe in something that is just going to disappear tomorrow? Like, it seems like an absolutely ludicrous assertion. I can't see any value in it, and I feel like but yet I feel as though many people that appear to be educated and I would say quote unquote important make that argument. So I really think it's misguided, and I think for the reasons I laid out here. Like I said, Bitcoin has many users, 50 million addresses already, wider and wider scale adoption in terms of retail acceptability. Major players are getting involved across all investment spheres, futures, ETFs. It's out of the box, and it seems ludicrous to me to have any view on it except that it is akin to a currency. It's akin to a money, and it's not just like it. It's the best kind that we've probably ever seen. So it's not going to zero. It's a great revolutionary technology, and therefore, my second point, it's a good investment. Because anytime you can get involved on something that's a revolutionary technology at the early stages, and again, we are at the early stages with so few addresses and so many people in the world, it seems ludicrous to me to have any sentiment toward Bitcoin except for bullish. And I am not a Bitcoin maximalist, and I believe in altcoins, certain altcoins, not all altcoins, but. So I hope you understand that my viewpoint today is not because I am a Bitcoin maximalist. It's simply because the technology underlying Bitcoin and the case behind Bitcoin is the strongest for any cryptocurrency with its, antiquity of, how many years now? 2009. So I guess 9 or 10 years now of Bitcoin's existence and proving itself secure as a store of value. And of course you can say the waves are going to be hard to ride for years to come because the marketplace is still finding its ground and foundation. And just when you say that the bull runs are wild and the bear runs are terrifying, you're probably right. I could imagine you saying to me, I'm not going to buy it because I can't stand the risk. That's fine. But don't try and say that Bitcoin is one, a bad technology, or two, not revolutionary, or three, a bad investment. It's a risky investment, but risk is an opportunity as well as a danger. So you need to know the difference and do your homework to kind of wrap your mind around that. But for me, it's a risk that I want as much of as possible. Like so many amazing minds have also said in this place, in this space. So anyways, I feel like the video is actually running long for my typical videos, but I really wanted to share my thoughts with you on this. And as kind of it comes out of a recent video that I saw by Peter Schiff, saying the bubble's popping on the stocks and bonds, get out now, buy gold, buy silver, and if you own Bitcoin, sell, sell, sell. It's so clearly not the case. It's so clearly in a logical position. I wonder what you guys think. And I'd love to see comments below. Are you strict bullion buyers? Are you crypto investors? Are you Bitcoin maximalists? Or do you believe in some of these altcoins as well? If so, which ones? I've already shared Steam as one of my favorites, and I earn that every day through steemit.com. You can find me there at Infidel1258. You can see my content and how much I'm earning. It's all open, so you can have a peek at that for yourself. Yeah, thanks so much for your time and attention. Have an awesome day, and God bless you. Bye.